American merchant vessel, the Rover, is missing. Captain's family have requested government aid to help locate the ship and its crew.
My brother heard, and also Sarah heard.
Sailor, from which ship?
Rover.
Save this man first, Doctor. I need him alive to find the missing crew of the Rover.
哥哥，阿爸，本条那这自行体了。
事成了后，只要将统领部转做我，不满自杀古龙，当然就搞个人怎么算？要加入阿楚风阿光。
那官府来查哦，你就讲你是干妈人听来。
廊桥可不在咱大清的管辖范围之内。
Once you write to the viceroy, this should put enough pressure on the authorities to take action.
When the company closes, I will have to leave Taiwan full.
You can go home now.
I don't want to go home.
大人啊，啉茶啦。
同意大人，准完备台的代志是车贩所做的，甲阮人桥的百姓无关系。
准完备台，遮的登山人好甲救，阁无通报，难脱责任。大人啊，这是禁地风波呢，不准出也不准入，无法度通报官府啦。旁远的禁地，啊，阁敢安家落雨啊？官府已经通情啊。你是有啥物话要讲？
廊桥无官府，
若是毋接受官府提出的办法，恁三庄的认定，我拢甲你当作流民，掠去加马兰开垦。
对啊，甲车贩一向伫咧来往，拢是你伫咧联络甲传单的。即马是安怎？我断。准元是恁下寮的人放走呢，即马官府要治2粒车贩的人头哦，你爱负责。
头拄统一大人是讲，登山人无救护，未通报。啊，我是半反半汉的土生啊呢，那一枪唔着含一点水。
哎，官府讲啊，廊桥天地丰富，本人也得啊，此生此灭。四算嘢，就系人也得啊，拿3番嘅人头交出来，叫发嘅钱，天官人同意来数人头。我做咩？杀下来，唔送山，然后同一个人头分3番呢。讲我睇第一度啊，结结的，我票证通两铺。 你是咧讲啥啦？
官府的人员是死在南郊呢。即摆来都毋是顺检的哦，刷落去是府辖的官兵哦，啊！安尼南郊所有的人，拢会受到连累，你知？
一饼兄，为什么府城的官军水师无来，派一个统一的来咧？其实阿九哥讲了无毋对啊，官府要伫青番的人头交差啦。若要交差，就无遮尔困难啊！即马是罗蚕收成的时阵，头牛贼会来偷牵牛啦。偷牛贼欢迎难交，若无牛头偷，就会杀人手脚。即马我出钱，恁出力，花款我来纳。恁紧创2粒啊头牛贼的人头来互我的。
哎，头牛车，迄房公这片的同山人，上得垃圾都无穷用啦！啊，
唔是少，我会处理。
My woman saw some cheap opium for me.
Naturally, opium that has been subverted is going to be cheap.
Who cares? Only the poor smoke pure opium anyway. In the mainland, the wealthy like their opium mixed with honey. Honey's expensive, so I mix mine with brown sugar and a hint of sesame.
Did you make her acquaintance when you were in Lankia looking for merchandise?
More or less. My boatman was terrified of the savages and abandoned me. Her father helped me to Hong Kong to find a new boat, but refused any payment. Instead, he demanded I take his son back to Taiwan for with me. But the boy was too young and too afraid to leave home. Then, all of a sudden, she stepped up to me and demanded I take her instead. I'll never forget that. She was only 8 years old.
She's been working here since she was 8.
Aye. Are you worried about her? Want to make a bet? You lose.
And which of her parents was a native?
Her mother died of malaria. Poor woman.
Why doesn't she want to go home?
No idea. I've given her leave plenty of times. She refuses to go back.
Incoming, sir.
Excuse me.
Mr. Legender, do you need servant? I need work if the company closed.
I can hire you while I'm in Taiwan. So not for too long, I'm afraid.
Yes. It's too much.
Keep it for your brother, then.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to see a bit more of Taiwan food when I'm still here. Some more quiet, please. Dementary rock. Make time to enjoy plants.
Doctor like plants. He is a good man.
Good people are soft. Weak, even.
Doctor say you are a good man too.
With a sarcasm? I'm not concerned about being good. It is more important to me to be the first, to be an example others can follow. I will be the first white man to enter Liangqiao. I will establish first contact with the savages in the mountains and rescue the robbers' crew. And I'm the first man with a native guide.
Not savages, not native. I'm Hakka.
If you say so. Why don't you want to go home? It is a servant duty to be truthful to the master.
I don't know the way home.
How do you say mother in your mother's language?
Ina.
Did your Ina teach you the song, the one in the hospital?
Yes.
Can you sing it for me? It was beautiful.
I don't remember the rest.
No one forgets a mother's song. Not unless you're frightened. Fear can take songs away.
我會唔會請你？嚟到喺國府長嘅，唔多，能為前日所起。
What happened in Liangqiao?
Nothing. Everything. Nothing. It's getting dark. We should go.
Come with me. Sit here. With maps, you can find your way, even in the darkness of ignorance. Map are signs of civilization. And civilization means no fear. This is Liangqiao, your home. And your mother's people somewhere around here.
My Ina never talk about her people. I was born in Hakka village. Never been there.
I can see two butterflies in you. You have chosen the one that can survive. I understand.
Sir, you have two of you. So you left army?
Who told you that? Honesty.
The doctor.
You're right. It's getting dark. Let's go back. The servant must walk 3 paces behind the master. Do you understand?
Sorry.
You must say sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Darina.
Thế Hoan này Thảo.
对啊，这哦，我嘛认袂出来啊。惊大你嫌臭车啦，啊，我用走，是甲喊过来。我看。
阮爷母头有出人头，林老是伫的，是讲林老是哪会甲头有出死做对啊？可能是林老是要带中原走，当着头有出手夹，菜头菜卡死。
去甲伊拖转来台。
Thank you, doctor. But I won't pay for this service.
DMA's gone to get your letter. There's a ship arriving today from Fuzhou. Before she left, she put 2 drops of opium in this water to quell your nerves.
It's been more than a week. I hope Macville will return with some good news. I'm curious, doctor. How much do you know about Butterfly?
Only that she doesn't want to go home.
I was under the impression you know everything about everyone around here. What did you learn I was no longer serving the military? Butterfly asked me the other day.
My apologies. I shouldn't put my nose where it doesn't belong.
What do you know about me?
An American sailor came here from Amoy. He was a veteran. He said he was surprised to see that his officer during the war was now the consul in Amoy.
What was his name?
I'd have to check my patient records.
There's no need, doctor. Please, let's sit. What was the trouble with?
He was a drunkard. Picked up that foul habit after leaving your regiment.
Did you recount his time in the army?
You would know better than I. After all, you haven't been touched by a soldier's thirst.
And why in God's name, doctor, should aspire to be an alcoholic?
Oi! Talking about me? Drinks all around.
This letter from the Viceroy is for the magistrate. And this letter addressed directly to you, General. A gesture of goodwill from the Viceroy. The Viceroy has asked that you personally deliver that to the magistrate. And Consul Genre, thank you for your help in acquiring the loan.
I'm
The
afraid
bank
I'm
said-
not concerned with the status of your business, Mr. Marfell.
Gentlemen.
The Viceroy has appointed the chief commander to lead the rescue operation. I need to see the magistrate immediately.
This gentleman says he's an interpreter. Says he's seen the natives in Liangqiao and he's brought something with him. You really should take a look.
Don't listen to a word that man says. He's a grave robber. Merchant company bought air from him for exporting wigs. Until we caught him shaving the heads of corpses.
4 survivors remain in the hands of the savages. Why must I wait 3 months to see proof?
They need time to recover. Once they are fit for travel, the savages have agreed to release them unharmed.
You will take me to them now. Simply cannot wait that long, put faith alone.
If you insist. But you should know these savages are afraid. They know they were in trouble. That is why they offered the head of the murderers. But they were also clear that they would not tolerate any more intrusions, any more threats from us. Now, I'm afraid they will kill the sailors.
Well, then there's quite the dilemma. You've been such a tremendous help, haven't you?
I can't be sure of their origins, General.
Did you not tell me you've laid eyes on the native from the northern coast before?
These heads are so disfigured, and they've been scorched, you see?
The magistrate was planning to send troops to rescue the sailors. Now he's willing to give 20% of his military budget to compensate the families of the sailors, and give another 20% to Consul the Gender, to thank you for your cooperation. In 3 months' time, you can expect the sailors to be sent back home.
And what of the remaining 60%? Give me the details of your encounter with the savages again.
When I arrived in Langqiao, local Han trader escorted me to meet the chief and translated my reason for visiting.
And when you saw the chief, did you address him as Ina? The doctor told me it's an honorific term used with savage chiefs.
Of course, I met with Ina, their chief.
My servant told me Ina means mother in their language.
李帆同志请你去买人头，处理此事。押下去。
大人，大人。
The Viceroy has applied to my letter and ordered the magistrate to let you lead the rescue operation.
Oh, God!
令正标左营不日出发。怒！不准！太藩3年一判，5年一乱。
What could they possibly be arguing over?
You put too much faith in the Viceroy. Look here. It says the chief commander's in charge of the rescue operation. Anyone who disobeys his orders is punishable by law. He also stipulates that the chief commander needs to refer to the magistrate's judgment in consideration for the needs of Taiwan Fu. So, if deemed necessary, the magistrate can overrule the chief commander's orders and punish him. And the chief commander can do the same in kind to the magistrate. See, it's all very circular.
This is bull.
No, bulls, actually. And they've locked horns. Those two inside are vying for dominance over each other. Langqiao is the harem, their prize. The rescue operation, well, following this metaphor, is their cocks. You, my friend, have been made quite the redundant bystander, I'm afraid. Amidst all this excitement, the only thing you're allowed to do is find a quiet corner off to the side and pull one out.
What?
It says right here. The Viceroy says you're not to interfere with the operation.
Allow me. This basket has room for at least 2 more heads by my estimate. Gentlemen, if any more of my sailors die, I fear I will be forced to approach the Viceroy in Fuzhou and take him in this case to your emperor. Shall we let him decide the fate of your head?
再不出兵，杨领事将会上告朝廷，用尽所有方法让道台及总兵大人人头落地。
镇标左营，不日出发。
No， 慢着，军粮、军饷，府库尚需要3个月的筹措。
大人负责军饷即可，军粮我已备齐。
Commander, I will be joining your campaign.
总兵大人，杨领事想与总兵大人一起行动。
李领事可以跟随总兵大人一起行动啊。
总督大人的信上，
总督大人的意思是李领事不宜，不是不能参与行动。李领事，我赐你为总兵参议。
Congratulations on the promotion, advisor. 这船头有前提哦。
我跟问我姐。
Sir?
The rescue mission is leaving. I want your brother as my guide.
No. 係過後咧，去做些。去啦。
I will ask the commander to end the scene.
If he go to Langkiao, he never come back.
It could be where he belongs.
Our home is gone. My father dead. How will he live there?
What happened?
My father want to help the seller, but cow thieves kill him first. Our house is burned down.
Did the cattle thieves set fire to your home?
No, it burned down because two villagers fighting each other.
I cannot delay the rescue any longer.
Take me instead.
So now you remember your way home.
I remember.
I'm sorry, mate. The loan's been approved. I can't accompany you. Best of luck to you and those sailors.
Fortunately, the fate of my friend Ko is already sealed. Once his goods reach your port in Amoy, they will be confiscated. And all your goods seized.
Piss off.
I need your expertise, William. As a white man in an army of Chinese soldiers, with an interpreter I don't know whether I can trust. Please, come as a friend.
I don't feel safe going with you. And what I don't understand is why you don't want dear May as your interpreter. Was getting her brother to join meant to be some type of strategy?
She's a difficult one to read. Would you forget a song told to you by your mother? She managed to bring her brother all the way back from Yankia, yet claims to not remember her home. You, on the other hand, you're more predictable. And those more reliable.
Your prediction's a bit off, mate. First person to teach me to sing was me nanny. You're in more danger than you think.
Ro patagilangatin na ipapalisita malibak.
Pasal-pasal azan taman river. Nak masubang cintai suapa tuan, nak kujung. Kada-kada kalau auta. Abarungan narabat. Kebenar tak kujung.
Ato si malalenga tay mazay gado. Na mapabali tanga bali. Na mapabali tanga sako. Sepa po barong cinto. Inya nga isarwa sebali tanu kapali sipilta maluga.
Ini isaru kemasyoran tapay lang. At sa balitan.
Ay sabi liwa ko nubun siranti majugo takay-takay. O ba, ito mapabalita kuya o makudilang ati majusa aray. Abarano niya apabali-balita kuya o iro amaray siman.
Apay lang. Mamotavat na sa Vicky. Ucat-suat-suay. Tama javan. Hindi ka maatang aychin. Ay na mature, kamado.
Ito ay papalisita maliba ko. Isu na magsitila maray. Anak ko yung apatugano. Iti ko, mga kadaw. Sekilang nga turo si pakakuda.
Chika sa mga agaw.
Una si Papu barong sinta. Kulyong ako da mama, mawag barong nga mapuyat sa siya arasuraso.
Asa jam, takadunangan. Iturumpaw?
No, makati mapangayay iturumpaw. Fili, nung iswa, pinariyakuang, nakama-kama. Uraw yan suntubida. Siya saro janusun.
Akwang, imaza, ilungkiaw. Awana sesaryaw, amati, amarap, akwang. Pabayaan, tupida. Upas jaman sun, akadunangan, iturumba. Asaryaw, umacubunga nga, amaleveg, ay salawa nga. At janan, akwang, jawlaya penolat, janan.
Mano, isarua kama-kama.
Upay sarua nga, maju. Sao?
Kamaysa, ay sa ilawa ka janangan. Nangani ka mga.
Akwang, penolat, nu imaza, itimidya. Masubarong sa isarua nga, di kamakama.
呀，阿只路红色，日本人嘅钱买的，
你幾好啊？
阿媽都幾好啊。
Year 16, isn't he? He's the man now. Time to grow up. Butterfly, come here. I'm not hiring you just to stand around.
不用講，唔行幾好真係神怪。
佢條婚姻藝神煩嘅，
唔談到咧，就談唔到咧。
I've got my onidopium ready. I'm going to test the market out in Takao. Don't you think we'll need the doctor for this operation?
It's waiting for a shipment of medicine to run from Moi. We will meet us in Takao.
Son agenda. Seems like you are prepared.
I have someone who can speak the savage language.
总兵大人。
And how could Don Quixote be Don Quixote without those enemies that made him? Those are the eyes and ears of the magistrate.
Do you know, are you fond of the novel?
All but the ending. 镇狼军，出发！
他不像汉人。不啦，大林，大林啊，大林啊，大林，大林啊，你真是好老人啊！
我已经来这里2天了，明天我会再来，看看他会不会更像汉人一点。走。
你当一仗是啦。
Mr. Pickering tells me you fought in the American Civil War.
So told me the good general helped curb the Taiping Rebellion.
We were victorious, just like you. And that's the time I learned English in secret too. At the foreign concession in Jiangxi, I wanted to understand how the mighty Qing Empire could be carved up by foreigners who spoke English.
You had to learn in secret. Did my teaching emperor not trust you?
We trust him, and that's enough. We don't talk about the emperor in hushed voices. What does the advisor think of this army?
500 men, perfect formation. Let's pray they can keep this up all the way to Liangtao. Now that we're out of Taiwan Fu, I wish to ask the general why he decided to admit my search. Am I being used as a pawn in a game with the magistrate?
You are not my pawn. You are my stepping stone, an opportunity I have to seize. You see, my troops are here to protect the people. But under the magistrate, they are used as laborers. In Taiwan, there are many clashes between the Han and savage settlements. My dream is to build roads, set borders, barring the savages from our lands. But the magistrate is a fool. He finds military actions distasteful and bothersome. We do not see eye to eye. So, your rescue mission for Langqiao may prove to be the opportunity that I have been waiting for.
I'm confident that borders are the best way to battle savages. Is the general familiar with the concept of military colonies?
Enlighten me.
There will be plenty of time for explanation when we reach Langqiao.
李官军暗时搬石头，你辛苦啊！你到底倒位？
干嘛啦？
来府城，连故乡拢唔敢讲，互咪看咧。
晒，准备出去啊！哦，什么红灯的事，我见我等你哦。
准哦，替你叫好，钱我嘛拿，天公地下红人标，我也继续要做生意啊。
阮阿姊还50番银替我暗号。
50番银，你人变长山人哦。你生得就教人无共款，会晓转去就紧转去。我来这2个冬啊，记你安祖厝哦，转去嘛找无啊。
Sir?
This is our 4th morning. Is the malaria outbreak still big in Takao?
Yes, sir.
Butterfly. From now on, I will eat what the soldiers eat. They're not to enter Takao. Do you understand? Not to follow in my garden and to protect Maraya. Where has Pippin gone?
He said he's bored. He went to Takao to sell his opium.
You can be sure Pickering is a mob of fools trolling around here. He will go where people go.
But crowd also have information. He learns the price for opium this way.
The kind of information is useless to me.
Sir? I hear the soldiers. They are complaining.
Soldiers always complain. The longer we idle here, the less chance the sailors have survival.
But, sir,
What? Speak freely.
the soldiers are complaining. They are not being paid.
再派快马往府城催促道台发饷。美国李参议已然不悦。
No! You should have informed that the local magistrate is stalling operation, but withholding of provisions. And not deceived me with this charade of a malaria outbreak. The longer we wait here, the less likely we'll meet both of our objectives. I hope that you can agree that our information and operations must be aligned, General.
Are you saying that I need to report my actions and motives to you, my esteemed advisor?
You're entering Liangqiu under the pretense of a rescue mission involving the fate of American souls. And I am here to ensure that the crew of the rover are sent home alive. If they are found in other conditions than alive and well, I don't know how my government will decide to answer, General.
I will see to the issue of stored provision.
And when can it be solved?
When it is solved, you will know.
Have you to join us, Doctor? Been waiting here for 4 days. Any longer, there will be survivors in medical attention.
Sir, I want to go to Langao, find my brother. He is there.
What now?
Her brother hasn't been to the hospital in several days. I asked at the quarry. His employer has sent him back to Liangqiao.
The longer we waste here, the danger the survivors face. We'll leave for Liangke immediately. Start packing. But Jerry will be joining us.
I'll have to fetch some medical supplies from the customs hospital in Dachau.
What are you waiting for? Go now. We'll meet you at the hospital.
We're almost near Lanjiao.
Stop.
停落来。
We're taking too long.
He won't be satisfied until everyone on the island is smoking this honeyed opium.
Did your mother ever tell you any stories about people like me? As I recall, native have a tradition of passing stories through their generations. Hundreds of years ago, the white men like me came here. They were Dutch.
She told me about blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
Blue eyes. Like you. She said blue eyes kill her people before.
I will tell you more about your mother's story when there's time. Let's move on.
Sir? I need to find my brother.
I am in charge here. You will obey your master's command.
Charles, indulge me. This area speaks Puja, which I speak. And I know the region well enough to lead the rest of the way. The American can just meet us at the next village over.
Which next village?
It's a Hakka settlement. She speaks the dialect, I don't. She can just meet us there.
Give her your pistol.
You're wasting your time, mate. She won't bloody use it.
She doesn't have to use it. Just having a gun can scare people off.
Here is my home. Everything will be fine.
Where is your home?
The other side of that mountain.
Roads keep changing around here. So that's bloody cursed, I tell you. Last time I was here, I was sick as a dog all the way back to town. You?
Be prepared for the worst. It might be rough. Everyone, stay close.
It's just the locals. It's the same 10 years ago. There's no government down here, so you have to protect yourself.
Armed peasants can become robbers. You should have escorted Butterfly home.